Okay. Okay. That's all right. That's they always say a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? So anyway, welcome back, Israel, to your Caribou Data Science channel. Today is January the 17th, 2022, and who knows? Maybe I'll get more views on the soundless version than I will on the actual spoken version. Of course, if you go on like YouTube, occasionally you'll see someone. It'd be like in a programming video. There won't be any sound. Just simply type out the type stuff onto the screen. We're doing this and that, and then you run the code, and but they never actually tell you anything. But anyway, hopefully I'm confident that the plots which I've shown here are really self-explanatory. Okay, they're really self-explanatory. I mean, it's kind of hard to misunderstand a line plot like this first one right here. Okay, this is doses administered vaccine in Israel, and that's 17.6 million doses. And again, you can look at this, and you really don't need me to explain to you what the numbers are actually doing. All right. What about people fully vaccinated? Well, so far, 6.7 million people have received the first shot in Israel, and 6 million people have been fully vaccinated. Now, what this gives Israel is what this gives Israel is a 71.8% single shot vaccination rate and a 64.7% full vaccination rate. So now let's take a look at the numbers here. And this is a reminder here. This is a 365-day rolling window. That means we're only looking at the previous 365 days worth of data. And so for the previous 365 days, Israel has had 1.2 million cases, 4,359 deaths. And you can see that, well, Israel is not starting off very well. I mean, over 400,000 cases and only what, only 2.5 weeks, only 2 weeks in, okay? But the deaths are continue to remain very low because this line is 500 deaths, okay? Now, if we take a look at the cases, here could be the possible good news right here. Also, this line is not daily cases. This is the average for the previous 7 days to any point along. So that means for the 7-day period ending January the 16th, 2022, you were averaging 8,501 cases per day in Israel. Okay, and this is the same thing for deaths. Let's just zoom in. Let's just take a look here. So as of for the 7-day period ending January the 16th, you were averaging 14 deaths per day, which is well down from this average up here. Okay. Now, what about weekly cases? Again, you can see here. Uh, the last 2 weeks have not been good to you. Of course, it hasn't been good to several countries, including the U.S. Cases are up, but the good news is, well, you had a few extra deaths last 2 weeks ago, but this last week, you can see the deaths were even with this spike here, the deaths were still under 50 per week. Okay. Uh, Again, this is unfortunately becoming a common occurrence. 2 weeks into the new year, and Israel, you've already had more cases in January 2022 than during any of the previous 12 months. Okay, cases or deaths you can see here. Deaths are looking pretty doggone good. In all probability, going to catch what is January, December, November's deaths over here. Unfortunately, again, this number here is 125 deaths per month. So that does conclude your report for today, Israel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Before I let you go, I want to just ask that favor again. As you watch the video on YouTube today, click on the like button next to the video. Just update this report now. Okay. So that does conclude the reports for Israel for today. We'll be right back with the report for the state of Ohio.